We are live. Welcome to the Friday Live by the Hood. I'm Jimmy, your host as always, joined by my partner Core. Core, what's up, bro?
What it is though.
Man, everything good, man. Shout out to anybody who's watching this on the replay. We appreciate all of you. We're waiting for our folks to come in here and kick it with us this Friday, as we do every Friday. Um, but yeah, man, just want to come in briefly. Not here for a long time, but hopefully a good time. See what's cracking in the community, man. But how are you, Core?
Man, I'm tired of shit. I don't even know what else to say.
Oh, first minute you already dropping S bombs, man.
Oh,
This
I'm sorry.
this video
I'm
just got demonetized messing with Corey.
I'm very tired.
I got you. Hey, listen, man, it's because you're getting so much money out there, man. Les, what's up, Les?
Les,
Les
we
is in the
got
building.
we got to rap, Les.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot you a message, Les. Yeah, we got so much stuff going on, bro. Like I'm exhausted too. Just got back, literally in the middle of the night last night. Just got back in town, but I am here. Yo, I see folks are coming in now. As you come in, please do me a favor, hit the like button. Let us know that you're here, or let us know that you're here, as well as who's here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have this quick show tonight. You know what I'm saying? Because we got so much going on. Whoa, Don is in the building. What's good, Don? Don, man. Last week, folks was talking about you, man, because we gave away like what? Last week we gave away like
It's $250.
like
No,
16.
no, 300 and
We
$350.
gave like 16, 17 folks prizes last week, and everybody was excited. They was like, man, thank God Don ain't here, man. So, shout out to my guy Don, man. V Don is in the building. Yo, as folks coming in, please do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the love button. Core, how was your week, bro? I heard you and Les is out here like kicking ass and taking names in regards to
Listen, man, we out here just doing what we do, right? We regular people doing amazing shit. And oh damn, I did it again.
That's too late now, man. You let them fly now. I mean, let them fly now, bro.
So we did the Sunday show, just me and Les.
Yeah.
No, Les was doing her normal thing, giving out the plays that pay that chicken. That's why she got the name Tropicana. She got the juice. And then, I had to give a little short lesson on, how to follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and follow the money. That's it.
I heard y'all two was out here cooking last week, man. That was the word on the streets, man. Y'all did y'all thing, man. So that's dope, man. I heard some folks made money this week, which is always good to see people in the community make some bread.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I play the background a lot because I really, for real, if we wasn't doing this, I would never see the screen. Like, I am not that Summer Jam screen dude. But, I love the community that we built. So I'm never leaving unless they want us to go. You know what I mean? Like, it's just about community. It ain't really about the, it ain't about nothing for real, but community. You know what I mean? If it ain't about community, it ain't about nothing. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, speaking of that, man, we got a lot of stuff coming up community-wise. So we're going to talk about that as the days get closer. But with that being said, our last podcast, we had our brother Diamond Dave on. That conversation was an amazing conversation. Diamond Dave.
Sunday Live was a continuation of that conversation that we had with Dave. Y'all got to watch the episode. Dave was cooking.
Yeah, man. Dave was an amazing thinker, man. So he was on that our last pod. We got Sister coming on our next pod, real estate developer. So a lot of great content coming in terms of the podcast. If you aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please make sure to do so. Make sure to subscribe to us on the audio as well. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, all that special stuff too. But let's see who's here, man. Like I said, we're not gonna be here long, but we do want to have a giveaway like we do every Friday. We want to talk to folks, see what's going on. Chaz is in the building. What's good, Chaz? What's up, Tanelia? Tweet Talk, what's good with you, man? Great episode. I heard y'all last episode in my travels, man. I think with the brothers Anthony Hartz, the boy that played off like $100 and some odd $1,000 in debt. So that was a dope episode. Latoya, what's up, Toy?
Hey, what's going on?
Tweet Talk said last week it was raining Satoshis. Yeah, man, it was going crazy last week, man.
Definitely was.
That's right, Don. That's what we about, good bro. That's definitely what we about. Lance, what's good with you, Lance? Yeah, man, hit that like
Yeah,
button.
it was definitely dope. Me and Les was just rapping to
Tanelia
the
said,
beat.
Tanelia said she's still eating from what y'all was cooking last week, man.
Hey, listen, go get that guapola.
Yeah, Lance. Let us know what you think about the last pod. GC is in the building. GC, what's
Here
really, really good? Yeah, he
was
said
really
Dave.
good, youngin.
Dave be coming with the economic heat. Yeah,
All
listen.
day.
Just the conversation with Dave was amazing, man. We talked about macroeconomics. Talked about how the markets actually work. It was just a great convo, man. I love chopping it up with Dave. So that was a dope episode. Samuel's in the building. What's good, Sam? How are you? Everybody here, do me a favor. Please hit the like button. Please hit the likes up. Everybody on Facebook as well as YouTube. So, Core, other than that, man, how was your week, bro?
Um, I played my play, which is the land research play. I
Mm-hmm.
played Let's Play, which was the SQQQ call.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I ate off of that. I trade ETH. I put my ETH trades. I put them in the chat. So I only made one ETH play. I mean, two ETH plays this week. I caught ETH going up and coming down. Hit it for 128 going up and 98, 97 going down. So you know
I
what I
saw
mean?
I
Like,
saw you talking about that in the Discord. I saw you in the Discord talking about the levels. So I
oh
did
yeah,
see that.
man.
Sean, what's
I,
good, family?
so and then uh, I'm in a trade now. I'm in this ain't financial advice, but I'm sitting in an ETH put. I'm just sitting there waiting.
So what
Like
you think? Where you think he's going to? And by the way, anything we say, like Corey said, is not financial advice. We are not your financial advisors. But I'm just wondering where
do
you see
do
it
your
going.
own due diligence. Overall or just for the
I
risk
mean,
for the duration of this trade.
For
For
you
the
to be
duration
sitting
of
right
this
now.
trade, I'm looking at ETH hitting between 1150 and 10 between 1050 and 1150. And
Okay.
so right now ETH is at almost 1600. I'm just sitting in the ETH
Wow,
trade just waiting.
that's a lot of room right there. I mean, EP going crazy though. It moves so fast. So, but all right, some
A
interesting
week
stuff.
a week from now, when I tell you I hit for 7,000%, don't talk to me.
No, I'm not.
Come to the
Listen, I'm not
dice.
saying you wrong, bro. That's your thing. I ain't saying you wrong. I hope you're right. I wanted to see you get that chicken, man. I love seeing our folks
Yeah,
get the
but
bag.
what's crazy? I don't know if I'm gonna be right or wrong because this ETH split thing is messing with me.
Uh huh.
Um, this this ETH proof of work. Proof of stake, going from proof of stake to proof of work. I mean, it's good for my pockets because I can get my
Mm-hmm.
little coins that I had stuck on Coinbase for the last 2 years off of there.
Coinbase did you dirty, bro. They did you dirty. Yo, Tweet Talk. We definitely had Diamond Dave on our last podcast episode. Make sure to check that out. It was a great conversation. Great
Yeah,
conversation. With that being said, like coming off that Dave conversation, I was in Boston this past week at a real estate valuation conference, which is always interesting to see the things that people are working on. And this is literally international. So it's folks from all over the world. It was folks from Sweden there showing the research and work that they're doing and just all kinds of stuff like that. So, but one of the things I recognize and like looking at the data, looking at the numbers and seeing people's work is like just how far behind we are, right? And it's man, it's tough, bro, because like the work that we do in trying to get our people to build wealth, man, and we gotta have folks understand that land is where the wealth is, man. So much wealth is being transferred via land. And even as I was in Boston, everywhere I go, I'm always going around looking at the real estate market. But I'm looking at these valuable cribs in Boston, these $1 million homes, and getting the history from folks there. And our folks weren't allowed to buy there, right? So by the time we were allowed to buy, everything else is just so far ahead of us, man. So we really got to
yeah,
get on a wave in terms of land and acquire land and hold as much land as possible, man. But it was like interesting to see, like to see the work that's being done, but also like very disheartening to a certain extent because there's a lot of talk about the generational wealth gap. So it was a lot of presentations and things about the wealth gap, but also looking at the data that makes it up, and is majority of it is in land, literally land. So Just something I wanted to bring up as we have this conversation, man. But we gotta get in the ball, man. We got a lot of work to do. And speaking of that, though, for the folks that are in the MDC, this Wednesday, 7 p.m. The fourth real estate class is going down in the MDC live. So join us live if you want to ask questions. Majority of this class is breaking down pro formas and showing how to, you know, get that done. So Tanelia says, read Color of Law to see in depth how we've been discriminating. Listen, I got the Color of Law,
Yeah, man.
family properties. Also, another good one is the Color of Money. So if you haven't read the Color of Money, get the Color of Money.
The black banking joint that we was just talking about. The one we was
It's
talking
so
about.
many. It's so much.
Black
research.
wealth something. Black wealth something something. I forget the name of that book, but
But Tanelia, if you haven't read the Color of Money, get the Color of Money too. So the Color of Money and also Family Properties by Beryl Satter is another great one. But all of those explain color of law is absolutely in that fold too. You know,
yeah, man.
I get so annoyed when they talk about it like it's not the call. Yo, because it's so deep. Um, it's so deep when you start to look at when those clauses, those that are unenforceable on deeds, right? That was the 50s. It wasn't that long ago. Wasn't even that long ago. Chad says that Diamond Dave is a beast. Glad he taught me options. Yes, he's definitely a beast.
Yo,
And
for
Chad
sure.
says, I'm buying land and I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you as well, Chaz, and make sure you buy that land. So heading to Apple Books now. Yeah, Lance, definitely if you haven't read The Color of Law, that's a must read because The Color of Law was powerful about that book is that book breaks down how it breaks down redlining, but the if you haven't read Family Property, it's like they got to work in kind of hand in hand because Family Properties goes deep into um, land contracts, right? When banks, so color of law has to come first because it explains what redlining is and it shows how the government is just we're pretty much responsible for most of it. But family property shows how after that took place, how people like kind of took advantage of other folks not being able to get loans by giving them land contracts. So what they would do is let's say that it was your neighborhood was redlined, so you can't borrow from a traditional bank. And let's just say for argument's sake that a property around there goes for 30,000. The folks that were able to get the financing will come in, get the financing. They will sell you their property for 60, double what it's worth, but then pretty much give you an option to buy. And if you were late behind anything, they kept all your money, kicked you out, and then did it all over again. Family Properties goes deep into how that was done. So that's definitely excellent. I read Family Properties, good book. Yeah, it was a good book, definitely a good book. The other one is called The Color of Money. So it's Family Properties. That's by Beryl Satter. So it's like Cheryl, but with a B. So it's like Beryl, something like that. Beryl Satter, Satter. I think it's a T, not D's, but it's Beryl Satter, Family Properties, and the other
Yeah.
one is The Color of Money. The Color of Money is heavy. Color of Law, super dope. Family Properties added to the list. Don, add The Color of Money too if you haven't added that one. But those three books, that's like the trifecta there explains what it is. But now, um, that sounds like rent to own. It is, but it was very predatory, right? Because you put in clauses and things that you knew people couldn't meet. And as soon as they don't meet them, what you know that's already going to happen, you keep all their money and just do it over again, right? And you're doing it in an environment where you're able to charge double what it's actually worth, make them pay crazy. So what will happen is you have certain folks who on the other side of that red line who might be paying, say, 800 a month for a beautiful home. Then you got somebody in the quote unquote ghetto paying 3,000 a month, right, for an inferior property without the same level of service because they had no choice because they couldn't get loans. They were cut off.
They had no path to ownership.
Yeah, so but all of this is a system that was put in place. That's what's sad about it. Suing because they undervalued his home and when he
Oh
whitewashed.
man, it's a gang of those.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely crazy, Greg. It's
yeah,
definitely crazy.
they was trying to take 300K from my man because he was black. He had a black appraiser Same appraiser came back with a white family. I think he appraised the
I
black
don't even know
family
who was it the same appraiser? I saw the story. It was a professor. It was a professor who actually
and
studies this
his
stuff.
wife,
Yeah,
and
but I'm
they
not
had
sure
like
that's the same appraiser or
three.
not.
They got whatever happened. They got appraised at three something, and then the other appraiser came back 700 and something.
Yeah, it was
Like it was
four. It was four. It was in the fours, and then it came back in the sevens.
yeah, it
Right.
was nuts, man. Like 300 racks. I'm like,
Right.
dang.
So let me see. The guy who invented redlining said he did it because black people would get money and want to move out the hood and want to live in white neighborhoods. He said they couldn't have that.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's just a lot, but those books do an excellent job. Just as some reading material, but in looking at the data though, the reason I was bringing those up are just because if you see just historically how much wealth has been transferred through banking and real estate, that's pretty much it. And the banking part is interesting because that also goes to real estate too. It works hand in hand with real estate, and the color of money really goes deep into that. How um not just that, but black business. So even the black banks that we have historically haven't been able to grow at the same scale as other banks because of their lack of investment in business. So I mean, it's a tough thing to understand, but when you understand all the different things coming at you, it's like you see why. Like, oh my God, if they miss one payment, they lose their house, and they would be so cash strapped they could not afford to make home improvements. And that also, as a side effect, force multiple families to move into one property. So now you are creating situations where you have people living on top of people, and you know what that breeds, right?
Disease
Chaos.
number one, chaos and disease. When you put people on, I'm just saying,
No, no,
that's the thing, right? So
you breed
when
an
you
unhealthy environment. I mean, overall, you're just
yeah,
breeding an unhealthy environment with people living over top of each other, right?
yeah,
I remember as a kid going like down to the projects, right? And I'm like, I didn't live in the projects, but I had family who lived in the projects, and I'm like, and you look up at the tall buildings, you like, everybody living on top of you. I can see why it's so crime infested. Like y'all ain't no space. Y'all ain't got
man,
no
no,
space.
no elbow room in this joint. It's
Y'all walk out your apartment and y'all angry, and now everybody gotta get it. Like it's just it's but that's what it breeds. But now because of you know because of what Tal said here, like King Tal, I don't want to disrespect you. Shout out to the King, but what the King said right here though, you miss one payment. So now you have families, you have multiple families, multiple generations living in small quarters. You know what I mean? Like I remember I was reading one, it was like 13 folks in a 2 bedroom, stuff like that. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. But anyway, man, let me change the tone of this whole show. But I
yeah,
just want
man.
to like bring back some of the stuff I was like reading and talking about during the course of this past week. And it just made me realize, like, man, we got a ton of work to do for one. And for two, we got to start taking our land more serious because a majority of us in land. I always say that um, all roads lead back to real estate. What I mean by that is actual land. But and shout out to those that have already acquired your piece of land here in this country, because I know a lot of folks I see who are watching. We got a lot of folks here. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button. But I know some of y'all already acquired y'all piece. But man, that's a major accomplishment, man. So with that being said, though, Core, um, any thoughts you got about your past week, man? Outside of that, because I'm not trying to bring the whole tone of the show
Oh
down.
man, listen, man. A lot of people was able to eat off the plays that we call. We'll be back Sunday. You know, I might be running quarterback again because Jim got another commitment on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be here this Sunday either. So I'll be back the following Sunday, man. It's been crazy busy, man. By the way,
So,
I got a couple properties here for sale in Philadelphia. If anybody's looking for, I got a commercial space for sale, and I got
yo,
another.
I actually need that, Jim.
You do?
I do.
All right, let's talk though. I got a commercial space for sale right on Old York Road, but let's get it. I'm
Is it
saying,
commercial only or is it mixed use?
well, it's big. It's commercial for the most part, but it's mixed use. Still got a little space there too, but for the most part, it's commercial. The biggest, the predominant use is commercial. It's a right on Old
Okay.
York Road. As soon as you pass B&O, we'll talk though. I mean, I
All
didn't
right.
even know. I was just putting it out there in case somebody look for some commercial space. I got some for sale. I got some I'm selling. I'm selling a commercial space, and I got another. I do got a crib I'm selling too. But let's see. Oh yeah. And funny thing is, I missed a lot of this, but I was on the Twitter, looking up the ratchet and righteous things on Twitter, and I saw um Oh, you're talking about? I saw there's something going on now somewhere in the Midwest with environmental warfare.
It's in
She's talking.
Mississippi.
Okay,
Mississippi, they the water. They can't drink the water. They can't take a
okay.
bath. Like it's
I
nuts.
didn't get the full story. I didn't get somebody give me the full story of what's going on. But let's read Latoya's comment. Let's not forget the environmental war fronts that came along with redlining, lack of parks, trees, and food deserts. All of it. Yeah, this is absolutely true. But that is part of everything. That's part of everything. That's what breed. What I hate using that term, but that's what they call it in the books, the ghetto. But um, to that point, though, like I said, I was reading about something going on now. I don't have all the details, but you said something's going on in Mississippi.
Yeah,
If
it's
anybody
in
got
Mississippi.
information about Mississippi, give me the game. What's happening in Mississippi?
They all I saw was like a water. They having a Michigan situation.
Oh, it's like Flint.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with the water. You can't drink it. You can't bathe in it. You can't do nothing. And Deion Sanders was talking about it like in passing. You know what I mean? Because he coached down there, and he was talking about it. He said all the water down there is contaminated.
Is it
So
like is this something that just happened?
yeah, this is I don't know. It's just now getting talked about. I don't know when it happened,
Like I
but
wonder.
I saw the story in passing this week.
I want to know like what like is it something recently happened or this is something that's been going on and we're just finding out about it. All right, so I'm reading some of the comments. Now let me get back to these comments. But real quick, Lance says it seems like it's similar to the situation in Africa, where other countries are exploiting because the natives don't have the infrastructure to monetize their natural resources. Same thing for, but I got a comment about that too, Lance. I'm gonna get right back to that once I finish reading all these comments. The Mexicans coming out the redlining because they're able to come up in one house and expand. Man, there's so many reasons for that too. Like we could do a whole talk just on that, but it's deeper than that. All their water is contaminated. They ran out of bottled water for the citizens the other day. Oh my God, the National Guard had to come in. What? The pipes are rusted and the plant been shut down. They had to send the students from Jackson State home. It happened this week.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because I saw it just in passing as I was on Twitter and I was like, environmental warfare in 2022. And I was like, damn, what the hell is going on? I didn't read the whole story. Wow. That's some
shit
sad stuff.
crazy.
I gotta
You
go.
know, you know this can't happen in no predominantly white place. You know this is happening in a predominantly black place. Because that's where it happens every single time.
Yeah. And
Every single time.
so my question is this though, because I'm solutions based.
What are
We can
we going
complain
to do?
about it. What's the answer, right?
What are we going to do?
Why did it happen and how do we make sure it doesn't happen again, right? We got to figure out what we need to do. Jackson, Mississippi is 80% black. I'm not saying that it falls on us individually because if it's a government function, but who's running government? Are those our folks? If not, how do we get our folks that understand what we need to be in those spaces? I'll be looking to those companies that provide and maintain the infrastructure. A lot of them running off pipes that were laid in the early 1900s. Man, so that sounds scary if you say it that way. I feel like a lot of stuff about to fall apart. The governor has a tanker truck of water at his house daily. Oh, this dude, he out here wilding.
Right?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that video on dude online. Yo, Lance said something earlier. She was talking about China. Well, she's not a China. She said
Africa.
Africa. That's what it was, but it reminded me of China. There's a Netflix doc. It's not even new. I just happened to come across it. It's called The Rise of China. It's a quick episode. It's like 30 minutes. It's part of that show called History 101. So Netflix has a show called History 101, and they take like certain topics and they do like 30 minutes on the history of whatever that topic may be. Did a whole thing on fast food, like the space race, plastics, oil in the Middle East, robots, like a lot of different things, feminism. They have one that I just watched today. It's called The Rise of China. That is extremely interesting. It goes into the history of China's economy and how they got to where they are.
How the U.S. funded that economy, how we got that trade deficit, because that trade deficit that we have is part of that.
Yeah, but it's way deeper than that. Like, it wasn't even the U.S. funding it. It was them going on the offensive in '08. When everything over here tanked in '08, they basically printed up a bunch of money, gave all their folks stimmies, and told them to go about the world and invest. They have infrastructure investments in over 150 countries. Like they basically arm their folks up with capital and say, "Go out." Yo, it's deep though. It's called. But by the way, it's on Netflix. It's called The Rise of China. It's under History 101. So if y'all got a chance, make sure y'all check that out. It's very interesting to see how their economy and their GDP has grown over the years, like just exponentially. But they really went on the offensive. And we were over here all hurting and losing our jobs. They went to work. So it's really like over a 15, 20-year period that they just like, it's said now that within by 2025, they may have the biggest economy in the world. And you talk about
I don't see why not.
But the thing is though, when you see how far they've come, and they look at and they break down the data in this joint too. And it's like I said, it's not that long. I'm looking now, it's like it's literally 23 minutes. It's only 23 minutes, but they get right to it. But it's on Netflix. It's called The Rise of China under History 101. So, check that out, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about that. But that was very, very interesting. Shout out to Ashley's in the building. What's up, Ash? Lisa's here too. Lance says, true story, Corey. I want to say that China is still maybe considered an emerging economy from a tax point of view. I read about that a minute ago, but it was put in place decades ago. Yeah, so interesting to see though, but make sure y'all check that out. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. So we went over a couple books. We got The Color of Law, Color of Money, Family Properties. Now we got a little quick 23-minute doc.
Yeah,
The Rise of China.
It's a lot of information out there, right? It's a lot of good information. It's a lot of book. Oh man, I did it again. It's a lot of BS information out there too.
You just letting the S bombs fly tonight, bro.
Yo, man, maybe it's because I've been in my classroom all week and I've been holding.
That's how you talk to them.
No, that's how I've been holding them Jones back. I'm letting them fly tonight because I've been holding them Jones all week. Yeah, I've been like, them Jones been like, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Like,
you want to get real depressed. I said, if you want to get real depressed, we talked about a couple books on the episode with Diamond Dave.
Oh God,
this is one of them. The Creature from
that book.
This joint is Diesel, but no, this is it right here.
This is actually Diesel because it gives you the abridged version and the full version.
This is but I was going to say for the folks that do Audible, this is actually on Audible, The Creature from Jekyll Island. A lot of game in here. This the one folks ain't down with though. This book right here. You know what I mean? It's called
The History of Central Banking. Yeah, that joint crazy.
And then you see the subtitle right here, right?
Yeah, man.
This book, they stopped printing it because they said it was too controversial. And by the way, it's how you know you from Philly when you see what your bookmarks are. Wawa joints. That's how you know you from Philly.
Yeah. Wawa bookmark.
Wawa bookmark. But anyway, this right here though, yo, when they give you the history, right? It makes you understand like how things are really ran. I'm not trying to turn this into any sort of conspiracy theory.
Because it's not a conspiracy. Stop saying it's a conspiracy because it actually happened. It's not a conspiracy.
Well, I'm talking about how people say things are conspiracy from a pop culture standpoint when they say it's a conspiracy. And by the way, it is a conspiracy, right? So let's not act like it's not a conspiracy.
No, they're conspired.
This is a conspiracy.
In the way that people talk about it, like, it's a conspiracy. It's not a theory. I should say that. It's not a theory because it actually happened.
A legendary writer, Jason Phillips, once said, you want to hide something from a person of color, you put it in the book. Don't let them do that to you, right? So we already gave you a couple books, but this one right here, and you might not be able to find this unless you go to like eBay. Amazon sometimes has them. If somebody,
you got to tell them the whole title because we only said about the top part of the title.
All right, History of Central Banking and the Enslavement of Mankind. Yeah, it gets that serious, right? They go into you see the president right here, Abe Lincoln, President Kennedy, and how they went against the central bank, as well as your man right here, Gaddafi, went against the
all the people got clapped off for going against the central bank. I said that on our show.
I wasn't going to go too deep into that, but I'm just going to say, so this is some interesting reads, man. We turn this tonight's episode into like, you know what I mean, where to get your game and read from. I got books for days, man. Brother Bill, Leon Sullivan. By the way, Sullivan,
second favorite book, man.
Leon Leon Sullivan's 100th birthday is coming up soon, man. So if we gonna have a celebration in Philly, I heard, I don't know where, but I'll be around. That's the elder, the ancestor at this point. But
Yeah,
Leon
yeah.
Sullivan is a legend. So anyway, talked about a lot of books today, Corey. Man, you got anything else? We're gonna get out of here early today, man. But we want to give away some Bitcoin. Let me see.
I mean, there's a couple other books that we talked about on the show. Confessions of an Economic Hitman, part 1 and part 2.
All right, so Tanelia said it was the last book. It's
Bill,
called Bill.
that's an expensive book.
This is the blueprint. Yeah, this book is scarce. It's called Bill Brother Bill by Leon H. Sullivan. Leon Sullivan is behind some of the more famous folks, movements. He laid the blueprint out for that, but it's called Bill Brother Bill, and it's kind of like how he put together a plan to create black wealth.
I'm gonna tell y'all the book y'all need to read. Y'all gonna be like, wow, this book crazy. Yarugu by Marimba Ani.
Okay.
This book is nuts. And this book talks about
oh, that thing look a little
yeah, this joint sturdy dot husky. This joint sturdy, right? And she talk about white European pathology.
Okay.
European pathology, white European pathology. And
I actually haven't read that one.
Yo,
is it going to anger me though? That's all I want to know.
Yes, and she get ugly busy. Like she don't just get busy, she get ugly busy.
I gotta make some time. I gotta make some time and space for that, man. I ain't ready to be angry right
man.
now. I'm already angry about some other stuff, like, you know what I mean? And all right, here's the last book I'm gonna do before we do our giveaway. I want to talk about one more book because this is light. This isn't as deep in as the other ones. This is actually from our sister, Rachel Hannibal. Rachel Hannibal has a book for kids, right? It's called Amber's Magical Savings Box. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna give some of these away. If somebody's interested in this, let me know in the comments if you want this. This is a book for children.
It's a financial literacy book.
Financial literacy book for little kids, right? So I'm gonna show you. The print is very big or whatever, but it's for little kids. And she gave me a couple of them, so I'll give them away. But it's called Rachel Hannibal's Amber's Magical Saving Box. You can look it up and cop it as well. But she does an amazing job of teaching the youth. She had a conference this year in Philly that Corey and I participated in, all little black babies, and we talked to them about the stock market and such. So shout out to Rachel Hannibal. If anybody's interested in that book, I'm gonna give a couple away. I got about 3 to give away. So if anybody has any little kids in their life, just let me know and I'll just give them away. I'll give them away. But with that being said, though, man, let me pull up this. Like I said, we ain't gonna be here too long tonight. We got like work to do.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yo, if you want to be put in our weekly giveaway,
throw the ones up.
Yeah, drop a 1 in the chat.
Well, I gotta get the other side too. Ones in the air. Throw the ones in the air. Throw the ones in the air. Buck like you don't care.
So one of these days, I'm gonna come on here and draw even more because my book game is crazy, man. Like I love reading and
yeah, so I was already reading, but then Jim reading so much made me read more because I'm like, I can't let him totally just out distance me. Like you can outclass me, but you can't out distance me by, like you was reading 50 books and I was on like 4. I was like, let me get up to 8. You know what I mean? Like I went from 4 to 8, so I'm getting about 8 a year now. You know what I mean? 8 new ones because I still do my rereads, so I'm getting 8 new ones a year. So far this
year, I think I've done about 28, something like that. 28 books.
You was doing 52 a year, bro. I was like, damn.
No, I did used to hit 52 a year, but I cut it back to like 26 a year. Just because I wanted to
I want to take a deeper dive into the book.
Yeah, like, what I start doing now is I look up because what I started doing was right because you got to be careful sometimes too when you're reading like books that people are giving their own opinion on. So I like to look up their resources now and go from there. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, so let's see who put their ones up. Hey, Lisa, appreciate that, man. My brother Kamari said, look, man, readers are leaders, man. So if you want to lead, you got to read. I said, all right. Let's get it.
I
Oh
got
man, Lisa,
one
what you got?
Audible book in.
What you got on Audible right now, Lisa? I got some good listens too, because you know what I'm saying, I break it down that way. Let me see what's on Audible. By the way, I think the Color of Law is also on Audible, but also I know the Color of Money is on Audible as well. Let me see what else I got on Audible right now. What I got cracking on Audible. It's a book I haven't started yet. It's one on Audible. It's called Race for Profit. Haven't started it yet, but it looked interesting, so I did cop it. It's called. Oh damn! I didn't mean to start it, but it's called Race for Profit. So look that up. Let me tell you. I'm gonna give you the synopsis of this book real quick while people put their ones up. I see Don putting his one up
16 times. My man put a 1 in there 16 times.
Yo, the subtitle for this book, right? This goes in lock and step with I didn't read this one yet though, but it's called Race for Profit: How Banks in the Real Estate Industry Undermine Black Home Ownership. So, you know, that's the newest Audible I'm getting ready to jump into. This one is fairly new, came out in 2020. But yeah, so that's the next thing I'm gonna be listening to on Audible. It's called Race for Profit. All right, so let's see who put their ones up thus far. Oh, all right, dope. He said he just got Bill Brother Bill for $30. That's dope.
Yeah, man, because that book, sometimes that book costs upwards of $200. So
all right, so Tweet Talk wants to know what's the last one that you had. You said that's YURU. What is it? YURUGU.
Yurugu by Marimba Ani.
All right. And spell the name of the author.
MARIMBA
Mm-hmm.
ANI.
All right, I just put it in the chat. I just put it in the chat. So what's this one called?
The Black Jacobins.
You read that? Is that a book?
It is a book, but I have not read it.
All right, I'm looking it up now too. We about to do our giveaway, but anytime somebody bring up a book, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Toussaint Louverture. Okay, so all right. I'm on this. I'm on this. All right, good look. Good look. I always appreciate a good book recommendation. So save that right now. Oh, Don said that book he saw for 400. That's why he got it for 30. Yeah, that book. Sometimes you'll see it because it's not in print, right? So when you see him, you know how it goes. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We appreciate that. It's about the history of Haiti from colonialism to its revolution. I'm on that. I'm definitely on that.
So, unpopular opinion, you know, I love the Haitian Revolution, but people stopped short of really what it did, right? It gave the blueprint for rebellions here.
He got some recommendations for us next time. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Yeah, it gave the blueprint for rebellions here, right? So, to be honest, I have an unpopular opinion about the Haitian Revolution, which is that it didn't free anybody, right? Because they still speak French. But when the French sent them Navy ships over here, they end up paying the French for another 250 years. They paid them trillions and trillions of dollars over the next 200 years. So, not to say that they weren't free, but they weren't free. You know what I mean? Like they rebelled, but they weren't free.
How many of us are truly free anyway?
Listen, I'm not pooping on what they did because what they did set the stage for so many other things. I'm not saying that they didn't.
No, you're not pooping. I'm just asking. I'm just asking
what they did, but it's just truly free. The bankers. Like it might be 10 truly free people on this earth.
In the words of the author Robert Rameek Williams, what's free?
What's free?
What's free? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the real question. I used to want to major in philosophy just so I could just like talk and ask.
No, you don't. No, you don't, bro.
I said I used to want to.
I took 2 philosophy classes. I wanted to poke my eyes out both times.
This book is deep. I'm gonna definitely listen. I appreciate it. I'm gonna definitely add it and get to it. I definitely got a couple things in front of it, like the one I just told you about. But I'm promise you I'll add it to the list. Short read for y'all though. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago. It's a very short read. A book that I read this year that I thought was dope is Chop Wood, Carry Water. That book was very short, but it was powerful though. They rebel but are still colonized. Here we go. Here's a bar for you. Rebellions are all failed revolutions, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
You know, that's my question of the night, Corey. My philosophy question, man.
What's free?
What's free? All right, go back up top. Let me know when you're ready to start putting these names in.
All right. You got to put the wheel up. Let's get our transparency game on.
Yes, sir. Now I gotta go listen to that song.
Right? Because they definitely put verses on that John.
Yeah, Ross got his dumb ass cooked.
Ross stay getting his dumb ass. He got his dumb ass cooked.
Like for someone at his stature, cooked the awful lot.
Like everybody, Drake be cooking his ass. Wayne and Jay just cooked his ass. He be getting fried. Like he be getting toasted.
Anytime somebody get on the track, they just cook him. Yo, my man
be on that track. He be talking about some and they be going in.
Yo, on the joint, he got a joint Accident Murderers. Nas cooked him. Yo, as our man said, he be out there setting amazing picks because then they come off the screen. They come off the screen.
He know how to pick great beats for other people to get busy on. Because my man be getting fried.
He got
like, damn, Ross, what you doing here? What are you doing?
Cooked on what's free.
All right.
Now I gotta think about it. I gotta look at all his collabs and see where he ever got over on anybody. He might have got cooked on. I think
every single collab.
Because even Wale cooked him a couple times too. Like
so did Meek. Like he just stay getting fried.
Yo, no shots at Ross, man. I'm just sitting there thinking about it though. Because think about it. I mean, the people we talking about though. I mean, he jumps on track.
Dude, they got a lot of money. He stay getting fried on the track, man. Anyway,
even on the newest one though, like he went on.
God did.
Wayne cooked him, and then Jay cooked them both. Like so, yeah, man. It's interesting, man. I gotta go back and see. Has he ever got over it?
You gotta listen to it.
Now I gotta go back and see.
My man stay getting 3-0.
I gotta see whether he ever
3-0 body bag.
Who's name he got?
Latoya.
Who's at the Latoya?
Chaz. Sweet Talk. Tanelia.
I ain't spelling Tanelia's name. I always spell it wrong. So I'm just going. Oh, then my phone.
You putting it. Yeah, you was putting it in the wrong spot. You was putting it with Tweet Talk.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I am going to spell Tanelia's name. I'm gonna do it right this time. I'm gonna see if I can remember to spell it the right way.
Ten.
Oh, let me see if I can get it.
Oh.
All right. Am I right? Tenally.
Yep.
Yo, crown me. All right. Who's next?
Lisa, 2 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel. Greg. Millie Block.
Yep.
That's Jamil.
You said Jamil?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's the same. Anyway, Don 6 times.
I'm just gonna put Don 6 times up here. So hold up. Let me see something. I'm gonna see if a Millie Block. Is Jamil, is that you trying to be Millie Block too, or that's two different people?
Man. I think he trying to cheat on this, man. Sean.
All right, let's see. Let's say Sean.
Did I say Ashley already?
Yeah, I'm laughing at Sean's comments. Cora was sitting in the back in the past hating on the 52 books like Buns from Belly. Shorty can't eat no books. Oh, Lisa brought it up. Confessions of an Economic Hitman. Listen, part 1 and 2. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you though. Part 2 is kind of mid. Part 1 is way better than part 2.
It is.
But it's that definitely opens your eyes to see how the game's being played.
And Stefan said he dropping one. So Stefan or Steven. It looks like Stefan though.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me make sure I add that on. See if I'm missing anybody. Let me read these comments. He's the rabbit in a race. He just sets the listen. He just sets the pace.
And then he get fried, yo, every single time, yo.
You never realize that Ross always get cooked. I gotta go back and check, man. Got to be somebody he didn't get cooked by. All right, Jamil said that's not him.
All right,
All
rock
right,
notches.
all right, Rock's in the building. All right, cool. So I'm gonna read off everybody we got. And let me know if I'm missing anybody, and then we're gonna do 2 for 25 a piece, so $50 total. We got Latoya, Chaz, Tweet Talk, Tanelia, Lisa, Ashley, Samuel, Greg, Millie Block, Jamil, Don, Sean, Stefan, and Rock. If we are missing anyone, please let us know.
Throw
We
them
got
ones in the air.
Yeah, we got
Throw
one more
them
for
ones in the
some of
air.
y'all don't care to win. That's cool too, though. But please let me know if we're missing anyone. Yeah, man. I'm on my phone looking at. I'm on title right now, looking at Rick Ross features, man.
Yeah.
Gotta be somebody, man.
Yo, Drake cooked him on what's the lemon pepper joint. He murked him dead on that joint.
Yeah, he went
Uh,
off on me.
uh, Lord knows he killed him on that.
Yeah, he
Uh,
definitely. I mean, on all those.
yeah, he just
All right, how
murked.
about Bob Back the Block? Bob Back the Block. He had 2 Chains and Gucci on there. I gotta go back and listen to that.
Those rappers on his same level.
I ain't say that. That's you. Yo, Drake definitely cooked his ass on Stay Scheming.
Yup.
BMF Styles P cooked him.
Every single time.
Yo, I'm not trying to be funny, but he got a song that's fire called Magnificent with John Legend. And John Legend ain't rapping, but never mind.
Got fried on that too.
Maybach music with Jay-Z. So that's understandable. Then Maybach music too. He got Lil Wayne and Kanye on there.
I haven't heard that. Well, I'm not in a long time. I probably heard it.
Damn. All right,
Yeah,
man. I'm gonna stop. Let me stop though, man. Yeah, because I gotta
rice, man.
That, man. Yeah. Now you said nice picks though. Let's not get it. Wells Fargo just had to pay out 22 M's for firing whistleblowing exec. Please be careful with these banks. Yo, it's funny. We talked about this last Friday on this show, how Wells Fargo will be giving away millions every year for like fraudulent activities. And I think it's just part of their bottom line.
We talk about that damn near every show.
I know. Said Ross isn't a good rapper. Hey, listen, I mean, that could be it. He did pretty good on the Maybach tracks. He did okay, but he also got cooked on those. I mean, but he also was putting Wayne and Jay and all them on there. So I mean,
yeah, he with the goats of the he in great company. So
Kanye's verse was garbage though. The funny thing is, I'm tending to agree with you because I honestly don't even remember Kanye's verse. All right, there you go. That's a great point. Any song that he got with Gunplay. So there we go. He picked on Gunplay. All right, let's get to spinning though. So 15 seconds. Anybody that I missed, if not, we're gonna do these spins and we're gonna get out of here. Before we do our first spin, I just want to say make sure you check out our podcast. Make sure you subscribe. Our most recent episode is very powerful. It's with the brother Diamond Dave. Dope episode. So make sure you check that out. We also got an episode coming up next week with a sister who is a real estate developer who's doing all kinds of amazing work, and I want you to check that out as well. That'll be this upcoming Wednesday. Get the information for that one. Yeah, her name is Devin Cardle, and she is doing crazy work in a real estate development game. That's this upcoming Wednesday. Diamond Dave is already out. Got a lot of great guests coming on as well in the future, so I'm not gonna name no more names. But let's get ready to spin, Core. Let's see who wins the chicken this week. Good luck to everybody. Yeah. Here's the first winner.
Okay, Sean.
Sean with the win. Sean, have you ever won before? I know you've been in there several times. I don't know if you ever won. Maybe you have. I think you have one before.
You put his name next to Don. That's how he got.
So Sean, there's the key. You gotta see when Don put his name in and jump in right next to Don. Sean, shoot me a text, inbox something. Put your with your cash tag. I'll get that right over to you. Everybody else. Sunday, Corey will be holding it down in class on Sunday. Oh, Sean said no, that was his first time. All right, congratulations. So got somebody new winning. All right, yeah. Shout out to Don for allowing somebody else to get their first win. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Don did. Don allowed it to happen, man.
Don did.
Thank you, Don. We appreciate you, good brother. All right, so here's our last spin of the night. Good luck to everybody. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Jamil.
Jamil with the win. Congratulations, good brother. Shoot me the inbox. We'll get you your Bitcoin this evening. Don laughing at us. We'll get you your Bitcoin this evening. But listen, everybody, we appreciate you joining us for this Friday. We about to get out of here. Latoya, special shout out to you as well. I'm back in town now, so Monday I'll be rapping to you and Core. We're gonna kick that back off Monday. Everybody, thank you so much for all the support, everything that we got going on. And we're back here next Friday. I'm laughing at these comments, man. Appreciate it. And just that line alone means Khaled cooked them too.
We the best.
Yeah, man. Don't forget, man, on a serious note, look up those books that we talked about. All y'all got Netflix. Look up that China doc I told y'all about, man. It's only 23 minutes, but I love to hear your opinion on what was discussed in that documentary. So till next Friday, y'all, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we'll see you then. Peace.
Peace.